39 grand for a 6-bed in Wolverhampton. Really? Is that true? Well, it's in auction. And guess what? It's going to need some work doing to it. It's all of this as well. So I think there's some potential in this one. So it must be all of this space. So there's quite a lot of space at the back. That bit to the side as well. So it's probably the bit that isn't blurred out in this picture and above. And so therefore it does come with quite a nice plot, which I think as being a corner plot allows you probably to extend this house, create some other stuff. So you can turn it into flats, an HMO, or, combination of both. So I always say to people, decide what you want from this property. What are you trying to do with it, and see whether that stacks and work backwards from there. But I think that this could be a great income producing asset for someone because there looks to be parking at the back too. So this is the plot. So it is all of that area that you're getting. And I do think that, you could extend out to the side here or even put a new dwelling on the side to work it out. And then obviously you need to build it out and spend a lot of money building it out. So you've just got to make sure that every square foot you build and the cost to build, you get back more than obviously in terms of the sale price or value and income producing asset. So internally, as you can see, it does need a lot of work. So you're kind of starting from scratch in my view with a property like this, because you can't use a kitchen like this. Now, the positive thing about a property like this is uninhabitable, so therefore you wouldn't pay stamp, but the price is pretty low, so there's probably no stamp anyway. But look, this all needs ripping out, starting again. In fact, there's not much to rip out, kind of needs to be rebuilt. But I'm thinking this is a good opportunity for someone here because you're starting at such a low price. Now, this is bound to be bid up in auction. Yes, it is an auction. So if you're thinking of this, as I said, work out what you want it to be. What do you think it is? I think you could get several dwellings out of this potentially, and that might be one of the most lucrative options for this. Then you've got to work out how much it's going to build, and I should imagine it's going to be quite costly, but I haven't looked at what prices are in this area, but I should imagine that you could do quite well out of that, potentially create some self-contained units and flats, or if you really want to hold it, maybe some income producing through a giant HMO or several HMOs by creating 2 different properties, but on the same situation, and therefore you might get planning for that. Everything would need to go through planning, no doubt. So don't forget to give me a follow for more interesting property stories and deal analysis, and let me know what your views are on this one, and I'll be looking to follow this up in the auction.